So in today's lesson, we are going to talk about the female and the male gametes. Female and the male gametes. So what are gametes? What are gametes? Anyone to help us? Gametes? Daisy? Chuma? What are gametes? Anyone to help us? What are gametes? Okay. Not. So a gamete, we are saying, is a sexual reproductive cell. A gamete is a sexual reproductive cell. So the gamete, we are saying, is a sexual reproductive cell. It is also called a sex cell. So this gamete, you can also call it a sexy cell. So meaning each person has got these cells, right? Yes. In men, for men, what are the gametes in men? The gametes in men? Sperms. Don't be scared. So in men, the gamete in men, the sexual reproductive cell in men, for you to produce, to reproduce, or to produce, meaning the special cell called the sperm cell is the one which is responsible for what? For reproduction. So that's sperm cell is called what? A gamete. That's a male gamete. So in men we have sperms as gametes. How about the female? Female. Yes, ladies. Ovaries. Ovaries, that's an organ. It's a big thing. So what does it produce? So those that produce that it produces, those are the gametes. What does it produce? It produces what? Ovum or egg. So the ovaries, they produce eggs or ovum. So now these are the gametes for females, and they are sexual reproductive cells. So these are the ones that are responsible for the multiplication of humans on earth, of humans or animals on earth, or living organisms on earth. So meaning when these two meet, they produce someone. So now let's talk about the differences between sperm and ovum. What are the differences? What do you think are the differences between sperm and ovum? So we're going to write sperm this side and the ovum this side, or egg. So the differences between the sperm and the ovum. So now in terms of size, which one is big and which one is small? Which one between the two is big?
The ovum is big.
Yeah, so this one is big. And this one is small. So the sperm is smaller than the egg or the ovum. So in terms of size, the egg or the ovum is bigger than the sperm. So the ovum is also spherical. So meaning it is in a round form.
Yeah.
So spherical. So the ovum or the egg is in spherical. So how about the sperm? The sperm, how about the sperm? Straight. It is straight. So it is long and slender. It's long, very long. So these are differences between sperm and the egg or ovum. So another difference, Faith, give us another difference between the sperm and the ovum. Another difference? In terms of movement, how do they move? Let me be specific. In terms of movement, how do they move?
The sperms, they swim.
They move on its own line. So sperms generally move on their own line. They move on their own. So, able to move. Using its tail. You know the tail? The name of the tail? How do you call it? Flagella, mine. Flagella. So it's able to move on its own using its tail. Then how about the egg? Unable to walk or to move. It can't walk, it's standing up. So unable to move. Then if the egg cannot move, then how does it move from there, the site of production, all the way in the fallopian tube, then finally the uterus? How does it move? Yes? What to push? Okay. So now, have you ever heard of this process? Peristalsis? Peristalsis. Peristalsis. So, just like when you are swallowing food, right? You know that food cannot move on its own. So meaning it moves using what? The same process, peristalsis, where the muscles, longitudinal and circular muscles along the esophagus contract and relax. So as it contracts and relax, meaning it's able to do what? To move. So same applies to the ovum. There in the fallopian tube, the contraction and dilation of muscles, as the muscles of the fallopian tube contract and relax, so meaning to do what? To be able to push the ovum towards the uterus. So that's how it moves. Otherwise, on its own, the ovum can't move. Are we together? Okay, how about the production? How about production? In terms of being production. How about production? How many sperms can you produce? One. How many sperms can you produce in a day? Or in an hour? A lot. A lot can be 10, no? How many? How many sperms can you produce in a day?
I had millions.
Millions. So in a day, we are producing millions. Millions of sperms in a day. So as we are seated right now, sperms are being produced. Yes, me I'm standing. Yes, even as I'm standing here, millions of sperms are being produced. Yes, so meaning millions per day. So sperms, we have millions per day. How about the eggs for ladies?
Millions per month.
Millions per month. They will finish. They will finish. So, anyone to help us? How many eggs do you produce per month?
Millions.
Because for you it's per month, hey? It's
Millions.
monthly salary, huh? Huh? One. Yes, one per month.
Millions.
Which millions?
Produce millions.
You can't produce millions.
Why?
Yeah? Because each month you're supposed to produce one, sometimes twice, but you can't go more than two.
We can.
Why are you saying sometimes two? Sometimes maybe this side the egg is matured, even the other side also what? Matured, so you can produce two. So per month, only one egg matures. Then let's travel there in the fallopian tube. And if there is no sperm along the fallopian tube there, so meaning it will continue moves the uterus. Then at the end you have bloodshed. Yes. No, they are commonly known as menstrual what? Menstruation. Yes, you start bleeding.
No.
Are we together?
Yes.
Yes.